A rancid apple core, 2 worm-eaten banana peels, a moldy rice cake, a dried-up pickle, tin of sardine bones, a pile of broken eggshells, an old smushed-up rotten gizzard with maggots all over it.
Okay, it's worth it.
Stop-motion animated films are having a big year with the release of Early Man and now Wes Anderson's latest, Isle of Dogs, his first stop-motion animated feature since 2009's Fantastic Mr. Fox. Now before I go any further, I want to make one thing clear to you. This is not a Wes Anderson video essay. The internet is already flooded with video essays about the work of Wes Anderson, many of which are great, but this is not going to be about him, but rather
Tristan Oliver. I am a cinematographer and I specialize in stop frame animation.
a graduate of the Bristol Film School. Oliver did not set out to make his career at stop motion. He just kind of fell into it. One day he was working on a project and needed some lights. He was right out of film school, and like many of us when we finished, he was pretty broke. So he called up his friends at Aardman, which was a small studio at the time, to ask if he could borrow some. They were more than welcome and asked him if he wanted to come in and help them out with something. He agreed, and the rest, they say, is a career. In Oliver's 2-decade-plus career as a cinematographer, he has worked with everyone from Aardman Pictures to Laika to Wes Anderson, and just recently, he worked on Loving Vincent, cinema's first fully painted animated feature. He has also worked on over 100 commercials and has even worked with the British virtual band, The Gorillaz, on their third album, Plastic Beach. Now for those of us who never went to film school, I have to go into what exactly a cinematographer does in the simplest terms. The job of the cinematographer is to know where to put the camera. Now that doesn't mean that Oliver just puts the camera in front of a character and makes sure the camera is in focus. He works on making sure the lighting of the scene fits the mood and to make the damn thing look good. And just because it's animation and the staff is in control of everything, that doesn't make it any easier. On the contrary, it's just as hard as live action. Talking to Studio Daily, Oliver said that when working on Paranorman, the team had the entire film laid out on storyboards so they could know what camera angles and lenses to use for each scene, telling them that working on films like this, you have to make the film before you make the film. Throughout his career, Oliver has worked on some of the most iconic animated films of the last 25 years and has composed some of the most immaculate shots in them. He is one of the few who has witnessed personally the evolution of stop motion from Wallace and Gromit to Paranorman to Isle of Dogs. So when you do see Isle of Dogs and then go on Twitter saying it's the best film of the year even though it's only March, make sure you give some time to appreciate the man who helped Wes Anderson achieve his vision. Someone who has spent over 20 years making sure stop motion is shown to us in the best possible light.